Hey, happy Saturday to you. This is your verse for the day. I'm going to be reading from the book of Jonah. I'm going to read from verse 10 of chapter 1. And it says, Then the men were exceedingly afraid and said to him, Why have you done this? For the men knew that he had fled from the presence of the Lord, because he had told them. Then they said to him, What shall we do to you, that the sea may be calm for us? For the sea was growing more tempestuous. And he said to them, Pick me up and throw me into the sea, and the sea will become calm for you. For I know that this great tempest is because of me. Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to return to land, but they could not, for the sea continued to grow more tempestuous against them. Therefore, they cried out to the Lord and said, We pray, O Lord, please do not let us perish for this man's life, and do not charge us with innocent blood. For you, O Lord, have done as it pleased you. So they picked up Jonah, threw him into the sea, and the sea ceased from its raging. Then the men feared the Lord exceedingly and offered a sacrifice to the Lord and took vows. Your disobedience to God can lead to traumatic experiences for others, let alone yourself, right? So Jonah is asked by God to go and do something. He goes in the opposite direction, and in doing so, God ends up maneuvering a situation to get him back on track. But because he's involved others in his disobedience, they're now caught up in his disobedience. They're in a storm. Now, the fact is that Jonah knows, if you throw me overboard, then you guys will be okay. But they don't know that. But equally, they are terrified by what's going on. There's a big storm that's happening. So they throw Jonah overboard. They say to God, Please do not charge us with this man's blood. And the storm settles, and they marvel at who God is. But think about their journey on the way home, or wherever they were going. Like, that they would have been traveling back going, like, we had to throw a guy overboard. Why did they have to do that? Because Jonah decided to be disobedient to God. I want you to understand that when we make decisions to be disobedient to God, when we choose to sin openly and willingly, it has an impact and effect on others as well as us. Jonah was thrown into the water and he was swallowed by a fish. He was impacted by his own disobedience, but so were the men on the boat. And so are those that are around you, are impacted by your decisions to be disobedient to God. I think this should be a lesson for all of us to understand that being obedient to God is not just good for us, it's also good for those that are around us. I hope this blesses you and challenges you. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow.